Okay, as promised, let's walk in house. But before I walk in, I just wanted to make sure that everybody's on the same page and that tenants will be expected to keep the front porch area free of debris and accumulated leaves and dirt and things. So sweep it down periodically, and that would be great. Thank you. All right, let's walk in. First of all, I want to see front door area. Note that there are some little scratches and nooks right here. Door's a little dirty down here at the bottom just from the grind of the air outside. Some more wear and tear. You can keep this wreath on the front door, or you don't have to. Speaking to the tenants now. Okay. Close and lock the door behind me. We're inside the house now. And so let's go to the room to immediate left. I'll call this the living room. This is like the formal living room. We're going to look at the paint and the walls, I should say. And it looks like it's in really good condition. Very nice. Having a look at the floor. We attempt to take 100% accountability on the floor and to note any of the damage, because the floor is something that wear and tear really can take its toll on. And this is a wood plank floor. And I do see right here, right in the sunlight, just a little nick out of the wood. So we want to make sure that the incoming tenants know that they're not responsible for that. Okay? All right, blinds are in good condition, and we've got screens in all the windows. Okay, and then I do see a full bank of lights up there, and they're all on. Okay, this is the entryway. I do notice that there's an indentation right here, and the same kind of indentation right up there for when the door gets opened a little too quickly and goes a little too far, pushes in. So we want to make sure that you understand. Don't open the door so wide. Otherwise, take those things out there if you have to open up the door a little wider to allow a little bit bigger furniture or something in there. Now, sometime along the way, there was a fence here for babies, perhaps. So there's a hole in there, and then that means that there's holes right there as well. All right, as we progress into the main body, I do see a scratch going across, and occasionally you're not going to be able to see those scratches on the screen, but you'll see them with your naked eye. And I can't possibly note every one if I see a whole bunch of these. So we'll just do the best we can. And note that the floors are in really good shape, except on occasion we're going to have a scratch that goes across the grain. We'll do the best we can to identify that. This is a powder room. I checked a couple of things. I always check the flush. Good. And then I wiggle the seat to see if there's any real wiggle room. Most of them do wiggle a little bit, but they fall within like an easy standard. They're not going to fall off. And the fan works. Good. All right, we already looked in here. Nice closet. These videos, I'll do several of them because I don't want to spend too much time on one video where we can break them up into smaller pieces. But right here is a scratch on the floor. Okay, where was that again? Right in there, there's a scratch going across the grain. Now, as we look at the floors, in the kitchen area, we're going to take a look at the floors, and then we'll cut this video and talk about the rest of the kitchen area. There's a couple of scratches that go across, but You might not be able to see these on the screen, but just know if I'm mentioning them, then they're there. Scratches, nicks, those kinds of things. But the opposite is true. If I miss mentioning a chip or scratch, a scuff, scrape, if I miss something like that, well then, mentioning it, but it picks up on the screen, well, it's still there. But if I don't videotape something, and I don't mention something, and it is something that you don't want to be responsible for when you get ready to check out in a year or so, well then that's what we provide a PCR for. And a PCR stands for Property Condition Report. And that is your report back to us that you describe the house in your own terms. You see, I'm explaining the house, narrating these videos, showing you videos here, almost uninterrupted. And there's some scratches. So what you'll do is say, you know what, you missed this or that. I don't want to be responsible for it. We'll ask you to snap a photo, take a video, whatever, and we'll send you the necessary path for you to send that back to us, called the PCR. And there's a little nick out of the wood right there. This way, you'll have our interpretation of the general condition and cleanliness of the house, and we'll have yours. We'll compare the two notes, put them in your records, and then this is going to be the initial walkthrough process. It's an ingenious process that we have because it keeps everybody accountable, but it keeps us all on the same page as well. And there's a little cut right there. And to orient yourself, it's right over here underneath the lights. Okay, we're going to cut this video now. We're going to start talking about the rest of the kitchen and all the components, etc.